to my channel. I am so happy to be here with another video. I wanted to share this Zorn master copy that I worked on this week. It was such a special one because I think it's one of my best paintings that I've done. I'm just really happy that I've been learning so much and just been able to apply it to a painting and visually see it as a step forward to where I'm trying to go as an artist. I came across this painting, Girl Knitting by Zorn, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I've had this idea of painting my friend's mom for a while now. She also knits, and she knitted me a blanket last year for my birthday, and I've been sleeping with it every single night since then. I just always thought of this idea being so beautiful. So I knew when I came across this painting, I just had to paint it. It's perfect practice for what I'm trying to do one day in the future. So yeah, I was able to capture it on camera and share the process with you guys. And as I share the process, I wanted to talk a little bit more about my reasoning behind this master copy. So I've never done a Zorn master copy before. I don't really know why, but the day has come, and I was looking through the book that I have filled with his paintings, and I was getting inspired by a lot of the subject matter that he was choosing to paint. And so when I came across this one that I'm doing here, I was just blown away. Something that I'm really trying to navigate right now in my journey is storytelling. I want to tell stories in my paintings, and maybe they'll be straightforward and maybe they won't. But it's just the idea of composing a story into a painting while also using your brushwork to help you tell the story. It's a very, very complex idea, and it's something I've slowly been trying to implement into my latest works. So a painting I recently did is a still life with Mello, and Mello is my bird, and I set her up into a still life and thought it was such an innocent, precious little reference to paint. I'm really, really proud of this painting, although I already feel like the style of it is different from how I want to paint now. But with that being said, it's just the idea of portraying a story into a painting. Another painting I recently did is a portrait of my husband playing the guitar, and again, this is another one I really love. I think it's so special. But what's funny is that I also feel like I've outgrown this style that I did this painting in, and it's not so much the style that's different, it's more so the application of the brushwork and the variety of things that can be in a painting that I didn't really do back then. Every single month I am learning so much, and especially in the last month or two, I have learned the most. So I've really been taking all this in and applying it to my latest studies, exercises, master copies, and so this is a really big example of that. I'm applying a lot of the things I've been learning lately, but also visually seeing how a painting can carry a story, and using this Zorn painting as an example of that. In my first session of this painting, I only worked on the face, the portrait of this lady, and I absolutely loved how it came out. There were a lot of different things I was applying here that I don't usually do in my paintings, and I think that's why I ended up loving it so much. Transparency is something I love. I'm obsessed with transparency in paintings. I love how much it can do without it being anything. I am trying to learn how to apply that in paintings because sometimes transparency can come off lazy, but to use transparency as a purpose is a bit difficult for me, and I tried to apply this in this painting, and I think that I did it to the best of my ability, and I really enjoyed the outcome. So while keeping certain areas transparent, I also wanted to practice softening edges. I typically do a lot of hard edges, way more than I would prefer in my paintings, and I just want to keep my hard edges more intentional than they've been in the past, by making sure that I am also intentionally softening other edges. So it's a lot of edge work in this painting that I practice. The issue about liking this face a lot is that the second and third session that I had on this painting, I was really nervous. I mean, the entire day I was procrastinating because I didn't want to continue the painting. I didn't know how it was going to go. I felt like I was going to ruin it. I feel like the rest of the body was just going to look awkward, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to ruin this painting. I love how the portrait is coming out so far. But thankfully, I didn't let fear get to me, and I showed up and I finished the painting, and lo and behold, it went well. And because this subject matter is a lot more complex, there's a lot more things to consider when painting this versus a master copy or just a study in general of just a face. I think that's what overwhelmed me as well, because there were a lot of other things to consider. But because this is something I really want to do in my work by telling a story, I think it was perfect for me to do. And I definitely think most of the master copies that I do from here on out are going to be more figurative paintings. I'm inspired by the way people tell a story in their paintings. I think it is such a difficult task, but when it's done so well, it is so powerful. I really enjoy sharing my journey here with you guys because I just hope that it could help someone along the way. I've definitely been inspired by lots of artists on YouTube and on Instagram. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd maybe be as far as I am in my journey. They're all so great and they all bring something different to the world. So I just hope that with sharing my journey, I could inspire you to keep going, to keep painting. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you here very soon.